Welcome back to a weekly review. We have an exciting weekly review. We have not closed there, but Dow over 40,000.
Over 40,000 today. I find that so amazing,
It's
Logan.
fascinating.
I entered the business as the Dow was approaching 10,000, and I just think, to think of the Dow going from 10,000, and then I remember shortly after that, the Dow during 2003, I think bottomed around 7,200 or something like that. During the financial crisis, went back down to 6,000. So, we've gone up and down and up and down, but to be at 40,000 is really just amazing. Now, what's fascinating, and people read the piece this week, despite the Dow at 40,000, we continue to hear pervasive negativity.
Absolutely. It's unbelievable how many calls or
it
conversations
really is.
we've had.
And that listen, I guess we're not trying to convince people one way or the other. It's just an observation. But the observation of the negativity at least tells me that we're possibly going to continue to go higher. These are not signs of a top. When someone is so negative, wanting to, the security of an annuity or something, that we're like, oh my gosh, we're obviously not annuity fans, but that is not character of a typical top.
Yeah, normally it's the fervor. It's everybody wants in, I want to buy, I want to get more, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's kind of where
I'll get concerned when I hear people talk about, buying company XYZ, that they really have no idea what the company does, but maybe that it's pulled back a little bit and so forth. But we really are in an amazing time period. I wrote just now that hopefully everyone's gotten in their email box about just the other night in Kentucky. Did you see the Northern Lights?
I did not see them. No, we woke up the next day and we were like, did we miss everything?
It was we didn't know what was happening. We just happened to be outside. But what was interesting is before the Northern Lights, we were out with some friends and we looked up and saw the string of satellites from Starlink.
Oh, wow.
And freaked one of my friends out. They were like, what is that? That's not normal. And I said, oh, that's Starlink. And I had read about that. I had not seen it. But let's think about that for a moment. The Falcon rocket goes up, launches a series of satellites that then orbit the Earth together in a string. They look like it's like a, I don't know, it just looks like a caterpillar almost in the sky.
Like those buoys in a pool?
Yeah, exactly. Very similar. And so it's orbiting. And then when it gets to a certain height, it separates, connects with the other satellites to create what is now one of the strongest, most reliable satellite internet providers in the world. In fact, I guess there's maybe one or two others. That was dreamed up by Elon Musk less than 10 years ago. And here we are. It's happening. And the funny thing is, I also wrote about this, that the other night we were finishing up doing dishes or whatever, and we ran out of the dishwasher pods.
Okay.
And it was too late to run across to Kroger and so forth. I said, well, listen, let's put that off. I'll order it on Amazon. We'll get it in the next day or so. The next morning at 7 o'clock, it was on my doorstep.
Pretty much less than 12 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so we live in this time right now. And, oh, by the way, those entrepreneurs, you can invest in. You can invest alongside what they're doing right now. Dow 40,000, some of the greatest entrepreneurs and inventors I've ever seen in my entire life, and yet people are incredibly negative.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So, I guess the theme is be careful of all the negativity that you hear out there, that the world's ending, the stock market is a casino, all of these things, because there is companies behind it, there's entrepreneurs behind it, there's hundreds of thousands of employees that go to work every day for these companies to increase the stock price so that you can own it, you can be an investor, and that can grow over time. Right?
That's right. That's right. Other news this week: inflation. CPI less than anticipated.
Finally, some lower inflation.
Yeah,
data.
that's what clearly is giving rise to the stock market. We continue to see rates coming down a little bit, and we think that will continue. We think that's going to be the theme going forward into the end of the year, especially as we roll into the election.
Yeah, well, and I bet a lot of people saw all the GameStop nonsense flare up this week too. Any comments on that?
None whatsoever. It's fun to watch.
Yeah,
That's all. It's fun to watch that.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a great weekend out there. We've enjoyed getting back and doing a video with you guys in the new set. So I hope you like it. Thanks.
Take care.